Alright, welcome back everybody. Unfortunately I made the large mistake of trusting my hotkey to start recording last round and not verifying that it did. So we did not record last round, so I just wanted to go over it real quick with you before the next round starts. As you can see on the screen there, I won 2-1. I confirmed that I did not click the submit button with that last one card change we made to our decks, so we have a main deck Tenacity and our second vessel is in the sideboard. I'm not sure that is the best configuration, but it is what we are working with. Our opponent was playing a green-white deck, looked like just a green-white standard beatdown deck. I didn't see almost any removal from him. I saw Bound by Moonsliver in game 3. He was playing mostly humans, some werewolves that start off as humans. The 3 equipment I saw from him were a Shards of Broken Glass, the helm that gives 1/1 in Vigilance, and a Neglected Heirloom. I questioned the Shard of Broken Glass right away. It was his game 1, turn 1 play, but he is playing Abyssinian Missionaries at least 1. I saw it in games 1 and 2, did not see it in game 3. So that's a reason to play any playable piece of equipment, because that card transforming is just so powerful, and it's super good with Neglected Heirloom. But our tempo plays and our flyers managed to grind out his white deck that seemed to have no flyers and just the 3/3 reach spider, the Gloom Widow, that can only block flyers. And our removal spells took care of his team, and our tempo plays won us the game. And Drunken Love timed out last time, so this ought to be an interesting match. Means he's probably playing a rather defensive deck. It looks like we do not have a fast start for our tempo deck. There are literally no creatures here. We are on the draw, so drawing straight gas creatures would be cool. But I think I'm going to mulligan this hand with 0 live plays here. This hand is a little better, even though it's kind of land-light. It just has the Militia Captain on 2 and ways to defend it, and it will hit its 3rd land drop. I will keep that on top. And that's going to be fun, because that will flip right away after pounding in. So here I am expecting a defensive deck, and we get this guy right off the bat. So decent amount of pressure. Wow, so this guy went to time with a deck that is just coming down and pressuring me. I don't really want to trade my Militia Captain off here, but, well, I do have the Tenacity. I'll probably not trade the Militia Captain off. The Cathar I can trade off no problem, but the Militia Captain I probably will hold off on here. Alright. Looks like I'm probably going to end up having to trade off the Militia Captain. He's just got all kinds of pressure here coming at me. I don't know if I can afford to take 4 again. The Puncturing Light will quickly deal with his Scourge Wolf that I cannot block this turn. But we'll block this way. Moonrise Intruder has to be blocked. I did not see that he had Menace, so what we can do is this. Then if I hit a land drop, alright, we're fine here. Didn't hit the land drop, so we just have to pass. That's fine. I mean, I could have sacrificed my Cathar to Angelic Purge, but that's just not an effective use of what I want to do here. What we'll do is just Puncturing Light as Scourge Wolf. Oh, okay. I mean, he's getting there, but I don't think it's gonna kill us. There we go. Puncturing Light the Scourge Wolf. And take the 2. Alright, I could purge his Gibbering Fiend, but I think the actual thing is just to hold up just the wind. I could Sleep Paralysis. I mean, he does have an ETB effect, but I like to hold those for bigger threats. I think we can afford to take 1 more. That seemed pretty normal there. We'll just the wind that guy away. And here, replay him, that's fine. We'll see what else he's got for me. The Blood Mad Vampire. Alright. So I think Sleep Paralysis is in order here. I'm gonna put it on Blood Mad. We'll see if we can represent a Strength of Arms. I think he's hoping to just the wind me here. Oh wait, he gets up to 3 mana. That gives him a lot of options. Makes his land drop. He should crash in. Oh, and we will snap block. Let those guys trade. See what he's got for me. A Daring Sleuth. This looks like a pretty easy Cathar activation. Now we can hold up this, and it represents Strength of Arms. It also represents Counterspell. But we are just in a silly spot here. Oh boy. Well, I cannot take that, so it looks like the chump block I didn't want to make here. But it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do to stay alive, I guess. It's unfortunate that's not an instant, or I could have blown up the Slayer's plate and then the block would have been a trade, but whatever. Man, that card's pretty scary. I might actually play Tenacity on just Nibless here, because it will gain me 4 life. Except that he's got a Storm Rider Spirit. And putting that plate on it just probably kills me. Again, we're just dead if we don't block, so let's make the block we have to make. And that's it. Well, that was a pretty aggressive start, and he had a Slayer's plate. So we need to play with the Angelic Purge in mind actually to take out the Slayer's plate. Survive the night gives indestructible and gives me a clue. That's probably a good place to be. The tenacity is probably not going to be that great, as I seem to be trading off creatures a ton. I don't know if I actually have time to catalog in this match. He was playing a lot of X1s. So playing the Stern Constable just to have another early play might not be that bad, or a Seagrass Scab. Actually, Seagrass Scab seems pretty great. I know it's just a 1/3, but he had a lot of 2-power creatures, and he had a lot of X1s, so it might just shut down a lot of his attacks. Let's try being on the play. This has a lot of early plays. He's got a ton of creatures with toughness 2 or less. So let's roll out with this. Let's just go island and move on with our lives. He's got an Insolent Neonate, which actually has Menace, making it a pain in the butt. I actually like exactly where we get to go with basically all of this. Here's his chance to get in for a free 1. So he's taking it. Good, good, good. Tells me I have a blocker still. I have a blocker. So playing that pre-combat's probably just a straight mistake. But we'll get in. I even don't mind his Neonate continuing to crash in. It doesn't bother me at all. Again, I can't block his Menace guy, so we'll just take the 1. And we'll see what he slams down. A Village Messenger is not a guy I'm at all concerned about. So let's see if he wants to stop his bleeding at all, or if he's hoping to transform his his village messenger. And he will just trade off. That's fine. I can play Cathar. He's also incentivized to trade off there because he doesn't want me to get a large team with the militia captain. We'll see what his follow-up is. A 2-4. Well, that's just kind of no fun. But it's alright. We got the puncturing light. But we drew a 5th land. So I think the play here is just pass the turn. Option if he attacks with a 2-4 to double block it. It also stops his neonate from attacking this turn. Let's see what his play is. The Stitchwing Scab is kind of annoying, but I'm probably just going to take it from him on the next turn because it's a flyer. End step, we play the Stormwind Rider. And then, yeah, playing Welcome to the Fold here seems great. To get in for 3 and then start getting in for 6. I would be shocked to see him not sacrifice his clue here relatively soon. What's he got for me? A Voldaran Duelist, huh? Alright, my Cathar can't block. See what all he sends in. Alright, so I take 4 from this attack and he really just ties it up, and I'm so close to flipping this guy that I think we're just fine to take it. Oh, look at that. There we go. Now he's a 4-4 and he only has a 2-4. We have 5 mana, so what I think I want to do here is the 1-3 Stonewalls is 2-4. You know, I'm not at a huge risk of getting any of them killed. So let's just attack like that and see what happens. He's just gonna take it all, huh? Alright, so I think we play the 2-2 here, because I don't think this reveals too much of anything. Oh, here we go. He's drawing his card in response to my 2/2. That's fine. And then Westville Cult Leader will get me a dude, which is fantastic. Yep. Alright, well, that's how that game plays out. Alright, I like everything I said. I did not really expect to be able to flip my team. I'm not changing my sideboarding. It looks like he must be. Looks like he's going to probably choose to play first. Oh man, the mulligans with my 9/8 mana base where I keep getting island. I need some white sources. That looks like a much better keep. I do need a third land. I would really love an island, but I will keep any land because I will need a third land. Alright, turn 1. Not his 1/1 for 1. So that's that is a bonus. Obviously, this village messenger showed up a day late to the party. It's coming to get me now. I am very happy to announce that I can play a 2/2 and just basically prevent him from having any fun with that guy. So we'll see where he goes. I would assume he's not going to run his 1/1 into my 2/2, but stranger things in the world have happened, or he could have a fiery temper here, which I would take him playing on that, or he could have a Slayer's Plate, which would just be super annoying. So now I got to find a way to deal with his village messenger, because it's going to be very large. And again, this deals with power, not toughness, so that is not going to work out for me. Does give for 2, so the Inspiring Captain will be able to get it if I hit a land next turn. Sleep Paralysis will actually take care of it if I hit a land next turn. I'm going to incentivize him to just spend his next turn equipping. It'll actually flip his Village Messenger, which is awful. But as long as we hit a blue land anytime reasonably soon here. Oh, yeah, I forget that it flips it, so apparently I don't know how to play the game of Magic, but yeah, I flipped it for him. It's not like I could have played a spell anyway, but now he can equip up and attack me for 6, which is pretty gross. So, come on, island. Good news is this creature is no longer a human. That's exactly what we can't see if we want to stand any chance in this game. I think I just have to pass because I may be forced to jump here, which is pretty gross. Looks like he doesn't have a haste creature. Voldaren Duelist would have been just me dead. I am actually going to take this because if I want to have a chance in this game, I just am going to have to be able to kill this guy. However, if he has a Storm Wind Rider, I am not just dead. Gibbering Fiend isn't much better for me. 1/4 defender is just fine. And he's flipping him back to make him a human. Is that what he's doing? Alright. Well, that almost worked out for me. So think the play is actually going to be sleep paralysis here, and then I'll have to chump his guy for a turn, which is again not ideal, but that'll put me in a board state where I don't just lose, possibly. If I draw another land, we'll see. That's exactly what I expected there. The jump here is all I have. Ooh, I almost clicked through that because I clicked that too fast. That would have been game over on a misclick, which would have been not at all fun. What's he got for me? A Scourge Wolf. Alright, well that's perfectly acceptable. Grispoon is not really what I was looking for. The good news is I can play this Seagraph Scab. Again, jumping, not ideal. But I will also be able to kill the Scourge Wolf. See what he's got. Voldaren Duelist, huh? Well, that does just kill me. Not really much of any way I could play around that, but I just can't stop his Gibbering Fiend. So Slayer's Plate kills me. I want to know how he went to time last match, and that made me think he was playing a slow deck, but oh well. We did what we could there. See ya in round 3.